Hi, so today I'll be interviewing Sujat on politics. So I'm going to ask him a few questions and he's going to answer them for me. Hi Sujat.
Hey,
Okay, I've always wanted to know what identity politics exactly is. Can you elaborate on that?
yeah, sure, why not? To begin with, identity politics comes from a group of thoughts and ideas. These group of thoughts, ideas, and arguments are based upon specific interests about related to specific groups. They talk about their rights, the injustice faced by them, the atrocities faced by them, the difficulties in everyday life that is faced by these groups. Now, when these arguments consolidate a larger mass together, and when the larger mass comes together, forming that particular identity, and tries to contest elections or come into power in from one way or the other, to push forward their own interests and ideas, this is called as identity politics. So, for example, blacks coming together, the Dalits coming together, feminists coming together, an LGBT pride walk can all be a part of the
Right.
identity politics.
But won't the LGBT pride work come under social movement as well, or will it come under a political movement?
To answer this, basically we need to differentiate between political movements and social movements. Now, they both are very similar fundamentally, but they have a few differences.
Okay.
Now, the first difference is political movements aspire to come into power. Their main aim and objective is to get into power.
Right.
On the other hand, social movement aims to bring about a social change in the society. Now, they might be entangled together. Very often, they are entangled together. For example, a social movement may be started to bring about a social change, which will bring about a change in the political environment, and which will get them political results. Or on the other hand, a social movement to raise a social cause, a political movement may be started, a party may be fought, they may contest elections, they may come into power, and using the authority which they have earned by winning the elections, they might try to get a social reform or a change. So this is the two. Now, when going back to your question of LGBT rights, if a pride walk is it's a pride walk and it is a simple protest, it will be considered as a social movement. But if there is somebody like, say, Senator Bernie Sanders tried in America,
Right.
he spoke openly about the LGBTQ rights, and if he would have come into power, he would have brought about reforms and made amendments which would have benefited the LGBTQ as a community, and hence then it would have been a political movement.
Okay, so a social movement can be turned into a political movement.
And vice versa.
And vice versa. Okay. And last question, what is the concept of Hindutva?
Hindutva is a phrase which was coined by V.D. Savarkar from
Okay.
Maharashtra. Now, Hindutva is an ideology which professes is an ideology which push forwards the interests of one group or one religion, that is Hindu. They aim for a total Hindu country. They claim for an anti-secular country, and they claim for a Hindu way of life.
Right.
So now, Hindutva is often, when spoken about in Indian terms, is often linked with communalism and is considered anti-secular. Now, this is because when a party, say, I'm not taking names, but let's assume it's BJP,
Okay.
mostly supported by the Hindus. When they cause a communal divide, when the largest chunk of a majority, like Hindus form in India, consolidate on one side, on communal backgrounds, it will be difficult for any power, party, force, or ideology to break that as a vote bank. And hence, we call Hindutva to be communal in one.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Sujat.
Not a problem.